Hey everybody, I'm Avatag, and welcome to my first video. That's what we came up with? Workshop intro. It's almost Halloween, and you know what that means. Videos about spooky, scary things. And I had just the idea. I was watching a playthrough of a Nintendo game, and yeah, most Nintendo games are lighthearted and fun, but something in this game just made me take a step back and say, yeesh, that was dark. Well, then I decided I should make a video about the 9 darkest things in Nintendo games. For the purpose of this list, I wanted to focus on games that were targeted towards children. I wanted to avoid things with darker tones like Castlevania or Super Metroid, so if you're wondering why those aren't on the list, that's probably why. Now, without further ado, on to the list! That's the part where we cut to the list, though.
Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards is a pretty fun and lovable game, but when you look a little deeper, the game has a lot of creepy parts. The first time you notice the game is a little darker than it lets on is a level called the Shiver Planet. At a first glance, that planet doesn't seem any different than any of the other worlds in the game, but take a moment and look.
Is that Earth? No.
When you look at the planet, it actually is Earth. Well, a frozen over post-apocalyptic Earth. The planet is ellipsed by a singular moon, and if you notice you can make out all the continents of our beautiful blue orb. Every stage of this level is covered in snow, most likely from some sort of nuclear winter or something. The 2 levels that stuck out most to me are the mall level and the factory level. They leave a certain sense of dread that tell me something happened here, something that left the planet bare and without people. But the creepiest thing about this game isn't the dead Earth. At the end of the game, you fight a reborn Zero from Kirby's Dream Land 3. He's called Zero Squared. Zero Squared isn't like the normal bosses in the game. When you damage Zero, he actually bleeds. As you blast his eye throughout the battle, you realize his eye is getting redder, and there's a red splash every time you hit him. For the first time in this game, you actually feel like you're killing someone. I mean, I guess it isn't the worst thing considering it helps you save the galaxy, but for a colorful, fun game like Kirby, it's weird to see something bleed. Alright, I know Luigis Mansion doesn't quite fit the parameters I set for the list. It's a game where you fight and capture ghosts, but it's the game that gave me the idea for this list, so it's staying! Basically, it's a game filled with awesome ghost busting action, but one part of the game seemed a little off to me. At the end of the first area, you fight Chauncey, the son of the ghosts Neville and Lydia. Now, some of you are saying, so what? It's just another ghost on your way to save Mario. But I want you to think about it. Chauncey is a baby. Yeah, a ghost baby. Has it sunk in yet?
That means a baby died. You're literally sucking up a dead baby. With a vacuum.
This fight has always seemed weird to me. Sure, the game's filled with tons of ghosts and a lot of them have died in weird ways. But it's ominous that Nintendo would choose a baby as a boss battle, let alone the boss battle for stage 1. The family-friendly company is turned off by a lot, but apparently baby death isn't one of them.
Yeah! Whee! Awesome!
The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is a stark contrast to its predecessors. For this one, Nintendo opted for a cel-shaded art design, giving the game a more cartoonish or comic book feel. Wind Waker's filled with tons of light humor, but overall the premise is still the same. Ganondorf is back in town and he's up to his usual hijinks. You know, stealing the Triforce, capturing princesses, trying to rule Hyrule. And you, Link, the reincarnated hero of time, are tasked with bringing him down. After traveling through dungeons and collecting the Triforce, you come face to face with your final foe.
This is it, Ganondorf. Our final battle. Okay. Link, you were serious about that one.
Yeah, at the end of this Zelda game, Link doesn't just swing his sword and save the day. He literally takes his sword and jams it right into Ganondorf's skull. For the tone of this game, that scene almost doesn't even fit. I mean, at the beginning of the battle, Ganondorf literally said, "I'm not gonna kill you." In fact, look in the middle of the battle, even after he pulls out his swords. Sure, the guy's insane, but he had a chance to kill Zelda right there! Why would he put his sword away if he had any intention of killing you? Apparently, Link didn't really see much into that and just thought, whatever, I'm gonna kill him anyway. In fact, Link is the only one that kills anything in this game as far as I know. Link must have had a bunch of pent-up rage from this journey, because that's one brutal way to kill someone. That, without a doubt, is one of the most dark deaths in Zelda history. I don't think Ganondorf's coming back from that one. You know, when I'm feeling blue, Yoshi's Story is always the game that I think of that can turn me around. The game's art design makes me feel like I'm playing a child's storybook. The music is cheerful and fun. All the enemies are pretty much harmless. This game is covered in childhood bliss.
I mean, look at your health bar. It's literally a smiling flower. Who could be upset with a smiling flower? Shut up, Flowey. No one likes you.
Truthfully, there isn't anything particularly dark in this game. I'm actually not sure why I put it on the list anymore. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Alright, I guess I lost a life.
What just happened? Did I get dragged away to prison sobbing uncontrollably?
So let me get this straight. When you die in Yoshi's Story, that's it for that Yoshi. It's gone. You can't get them back. The Yoshis are dragged away to Baby Bowser's dungeon to face what I can only assume is torture or certain death. As explained in the beginning of the game, a spell has been cast on the world, making it gloom. All of the Yoshis in this world have been ripped from their happiness. These are the last 6 surviving Yoshis. They're truly the only hope. If you fail to fill the world with happiness, the world will remain sad forever. Turns out, this world isn't as bubbly as I thought. Donkey Kong Country is a colorful platformer created by Rare with a simple premise. The Kongs have had their banana hoard stolen by the Kremlins, and they want it back. There couldn't be anything possibly dark about this place, right?
Right? Right? Right? No? Okay.
The game takes place on Donkey Kong Island, an untainted land filled with a luscious jungle, surrounded by a beautiful ocean, and topped with a wondrous mountain peak. Truly, this place is a paradise. That is, until you reach Creme Croc Industries. Turns out, King K. Rool has placed factories on your island, polluting the skies in the nearby lake. What was once a lush, beautiful place is now overrun by Kremlin technology. Even after the boss of this area is defeated, it is unclear if the jungle will be restored to its former glory. Donkey Kong Island will be left with a lasting scar from King K. Rool. You may beat him in the end and get all your bananas back, but it turns out he has the last laugh. Mario 64, a wonderful game from my childhood. The first time I saw this game, I immediately fell in love. Mario was finally in 3D. I could run around freely, jump, beat the baddies. Mario 64 introduced me to the wonders of penguin racing and surfing on Koopa shells. It felt so fun and playful.
Except when that first happened.
Now, we've all seen Mario die in various ways, some worse than others, but nothing has stayed with me more than the vision of Mario drowning. Why would you show a beloved icon like Mario writhing around, gasping for air? It's just disturbing. Can you imagine if Disney was like, oh hey, you know what'll really bring in the teens? Let's make them watch Mickey Mouse die. Yeah, let's make a Disney version of Saw. The animation is so clear they don't even want to give you a shred of hope that he survived. Look! Right before his body goes completely limp, his eyes have X's in them. We all know what that means.
He's dead. Definitely dead.
Pokemon, a quest of gathering animal friends, battling, and loving shorts.
I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear.
As you travel along the wonderful world of Pokemon, your journey brings you to a place that introduces kids to the dark side of Pokemon. It turns out our little battling buddies don't just faint. If you push them too hard, they die. As you enter Lavender Town, an eerie song begins to play, leaving you with the sinking feeling that this place isn't like the other towns that you've been to thus far. Lavender Town is filled with people surrounded by the idea of death. The children and the townspeople live in a shadow of the Pokemon Tower, where all fallen Pokemon lie. Most of the people in this town have lost a friend or are fully aware that this world of Pokemon isn't just all fun and games. As you travel through the town, you learn of a Cubone that lost its mother to the villains Team Rocket. In your quest to stop these evildoers, you must travel through the tower graveyard battling possessed mediums who have been trying to cleanse the tower of a restless spirit. This sequence of the game is made to fill the player with dread. In fact, if you lack something called the Silph Scope, your Pokemon will refuse to battle out of fear.
Wait, did that lady just ask to take my blood? No. No.
After you travel through the tower, you reach the restless spirit, who turns out to be the Cubone's mother. Once you put her soul to rest, you finish your mission, and you leave the town. You're expected to continue your journey as if nothing changed. But you will always know your friends are one day destined to rest in that tower. Earthbound is a cult classic. It's a game about a boy named Ness investigating a meteor crash only to find an alien force, Gygas, has enveloped and consumed the world, filling it with hatred, turning the animals, humans, and objects to malicious creatures. Earthbound has a lot of adult tones, despite its cartoonish appearance, but nothing is as dark as what happens at the end of the game.
No, I'm not talking about the end boss battle. But Gygas is creepy and disgusting.
Once Ness has conquered the darkness in his mind and defeated the hold that Gygas had over him, he and his friends return to Saturn Village, where Dr. Andonuts has finished the Phase Distorter, a time-traveling device that can be used to travel to the past to defeat a younger Gygas. But there's a catch. In order for the children to travel to the past, they must transfer their minds to robot bodies to withstand the warp through time. The children are warned that the process may not be reversible, and their current bodies may be left to decay. Despite this warning, Ness, Paula, Pooh, and Dr. Andonut's own son, Jeff, agree to go through with the transfer and save the world. At that point, we are left to watch a cutscene of the children's bodies lying in darkness as they become lifeless.
This game is the darkest and saddest of them all. There's nothing happy about Pikmin.
Pikmin is a game where you control adorable little guys called, well, Pikmin. You meet these little guys on a planet, you pull them out of the ground to complete your tasks. These guys do your bidding without question. This game fills the fun of slavery without any of the messy stuff. Pikmin love working. They love working for you so much that when you don't select them for a task, they get sad and lose their color. And come on, these Pikmin must know that they could die doing these things we're asking them to do. We're chucking them up on rocks, making them build bridges. I mean, this is some dangerous stuff.
and trust me, they're gonna die. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely gonna die.
Oh, and when Pikmin die, Nintendo makes sure you know. If they're eaten, crushed, burned alive, or drowned, you see their little spirits leave their bodies and float to the great unknown. But does Olimar care? No! He just keeps on whatever he was doing because his quest is more important than their little lives. And to make matters worse, you have to make it back to your ship safely. And if you leave your little servants behind, you get to watch a cutscene of them getting killed. The screen at the end of each day shows you all the data of Pikmin left behind or lost in battle. What really doesn't matter. You can always get more. And even if you lose hundreds of them, they'll still follow you blindly. These cute little guys don't even know what horrors are in front of them. You control when they eat, where they go, what they do, or if you even want to save them. But none of it really matters. All that matters is Olimar gets what he wants. Pikmin is a game that truly epitomizes human atrocities, all packaged in a nice, fun little kids game. So try not to think about it, kids.
Well, there you have it. The 9 darkest moments in Nintendo video games. Hopefully that puts you in a nice Halloween, spooky, scary mood. And if there's anything I missed, just let me know in the comments below. Oh, and if you like the music that's playing now, or you know, in the beginning of the video, check out probably right here, this link right here. It'll take you right over to GameChops. That's where all this music is from. It's got a lot of awesome video game remixes or video game related music there. Those guys are awesome, so please go check them out. And until next time, thanks for being you.